Are you an indie podcast or content creator looking to reach a wider audience? Look no further. Introducing Podcastic, the ultimate podcast network designed exclusively for indie creators like you. At Podcastic, we believe in the power of unique voices and fresh perspectives. We're here to amplify your passion and creativity, connecting you with a growing community of engaged listeners who crave original content. Podcastic is more than just a platform. It's a support system built for indie podcasters, offering a range of resources to help you succeed. From tailored promotional campaigns to professional production assistance, we're here to help you shine. Our intuitive platform makes it easy for you to be seen and heard. We do all the heavy lifting for you. You just show up and create. Plus, with our advanced analytics, you'll gain valuable insights into your audience's preferences, allowing you to refine your content and grow your fan base. Ignite your passion, expand your reach, and thrive with podcasting. Visit our website at www.podcasticlife.com to get started. Podcastic, the home for indie podcast and content creators.
The content you're about to hear is a part of a paid programming segment. The views, opinions, and statements expressed belong solely to the sponsor and do not reflect those of Podcastic or its host. This segment is for informational and promotional purposes only and should not be considered as advice or endorsement. Listener discretion is advised.
Say goodnight to the bad puppy, come on. Last time you're gonna see a puppy like this again, my baby for real.
Yo, the first puppet in a pair of bucks. The first puppet getting cutty, he about to tear the city up. You need a skid or something, hit him up. Nephew from Detroit tapped in with the biggest And Neff even got a comic book. Fly enough to make your baby mama look. Oh, we got him shook. You ain't never seen a puppet in a polo. Probably at the Lions game pulling up dolo, huh? You see his merch, he probably pissing on the logo. Or out with the ladies taking photos. Hold on, the first puppet on Kid L is overflow. The other guys is telling lies, Pinocchio. I let my baby know it's on the flow. They gon' have to catch up with Stretch and Neff, cause we on the go. The first puppet of the first puppet. Fuck it, tell Kermit Miss Piggy love it. What up, though, my baby? 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 What up, though, my baby?
Uncle Stretch, it's a wrap. 313, my baby, Detroit stand up. First puppet, we making history, my baby. Shout out to K's, nephew in the building. You already know what time it is. Taking over, my baby. First to do it, the last to do it.
I'm proud too. I'm proud, but I don't really think. I think we respect it, but I don't think nobody else respect it.
I can get that, but here's the thing, though. Let's look at it from the other side. Do we really respect the other holidays, or do we just be happy to be off?
I could say like if we talking about like July the 4th.
Yeah.
We definitely not thinking about Thomas Jefferson drafting the Declaration of Independence.
Exactly.
We barbecuing. We getting the day off.
Yep.
We probably trying to sell some merch or plan an event to make some money, drink a little, smoke. So, we don't. Yeah. I guess in that sense, we don't respect their holidays. Yeah. Well, I ain't gonna say they holidays, but y'all know what I mean. They holidays.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we got New Year's Day.
That's a mutual holiday. That's for
mutual?
Everyone. Yeah.
Martin Luther King Jr. Day.
Yeah, and it's a thing to where I don't know. It just like our holidays are for things that are the best, like the most memorable moments for us. It's like more so. Oh, you got whipped, you got beaten. This was stolen. This was taken. Like so.
President's Day.
Yeah.
Memorial's Day. Juneteenth, which is the newest out of all the federal holidays.
Yes.
Independence Day, Labor Day. I don't know how Columbus got a day, but Columbus Day. Yeah. So let's verse that. Columbus Day versus Juneteenth. On Columbus Day, everybody off work.
That's true.
I don't care what you are. You're not working. The library's closed, schools closed, everything closed. Juneteenth.
Yeah.
And like Martin Luther King, our holidays the employer can decide if they want to let you off or not.
That is true.
So I guess that's one of the things I look at when I say, is Juneteenth respected?
Yeah.
Because when you think about it, it's not really, it's new as far as being in the legislation and a federal holiday. But I believe the state of Texas, it was already a holiday since 79. Don't quote me on that.
Yeah.
That might be right. But, I mean, it might be wrong. It might be right, too.
It might be right, too, yeah.
Yeah. But I just feel like I'm proud of the day and what, it's basically to celebrate the liberation and, the Emancipation Proclamation.
For sure.
And the freedom to the enslaved and the indigenous servants. So I'm proud of that part of it, but I just think like people look at it like that's a black holiday.
Now, how do you feel about people celebrating Juneteenth along with other holidays? Or do you feel like we should only celebrate our holidays and then, everyone else should be able to celebrate theirs?
When I look at it like, it's regardless if we say our holiday, it's their calendar. We're on their calendar still. It's some things like President's Day. I might not even know it's President's Day until it's President's Day. Columbus Day, some of these holidays. But Thanksgiving, we still gonna cook. Even though I went to Central Michigan University and we stayed right off a reservation, and I got a lot of friends that are part of that indigenous bloodline. And they don't celebrate Thanksgiving. They don't, when I heard that from their side of the coin was passed down to them, I look at it a lot different.
Yeah.
But we not thinking about the pilgrims and that when Thanksgiving, it's just a togetherness for us. So it's, I guess we adapt and use it to how we gonna use it, if that makes sense.
I can agree with that.
Yeah, we're gonna definitely adapt. And we good at adapting. But there's a lot of festivities going on today. There's so many. I just coming here. I got here a little late, but it was parades, it's barbecues, it's a lot of stuff going on. So everybody is, if they wasn't aware for the last few years, they're aware of it now, and it's getting more attention. It's getting more of the attention that I feel it deserves. Yes, the word emancipation means the act of setting something free from legal or social, political restrictions and power. In this case, we're talking about white power. So that's basically what we celebrate. Yeah. In a nutshell. I know it sounds kind of crazy, but do you ever? This is something I wanted Miles' the opinion on too, or his thought. So I'll talk to him about it later. But was slavery had been abolished if it wasn't for the Civil War? Because they didn't just wake up and say, let's free these slaves. It was a advantage to the Northern Army to free the Southern slaves so they wouldn't fight for the South.
So I essentially heard it was to destroy the South. So it was never to essentially free us. It was to hurt them, but they knew they had to do it with us. So to us, or it seemed like in the forefront that we were being free and this was for us and they were for the people. But when you do your history and research, you do figure out that it wasn't.
So to me, that's kind of crazy when you think about it, because it's like, well, until technology and industry kicked in to replace slavery, we've probably been slaves until a big revolt happened, some bloody massacre into the 20th century maybe.
Do you feel like slavery will still be able to be the same or hold the same weight today? Like, do you feel like people got the same respect, or do you feel like people are more so standing up for themselves and speaking up and
it would back? Absolutely not be able to happen today.
Okay.
I could see that them putting in policies in place to, like end diversity and, it's a different slavery. But as far as how it was, we got ropes and trees now too. Yeah. And then we got a lot of people that don't have that, they don't have the ability to hold them emotions and stuff back. Yeah. They react first now. So we not our ancestors. I seen a shirt like that, and it said we not our ancestors, but that's a true statement. So y'all got to stop running up on these black people thinking they gonna keep their emotions in. They're not gonna do it
because everybody not playing.
They are not playing at all, man. But I don't know, man. It seems like it's always been a two-way standard. Like even if you look at some of these cases in the headlines today, it's always going to be a racial divider when the color is black and white. It's always white is going to go for white, black is going to go for black, instead of going for what's right. I'm on the side of what's right, and sometimes a black person can be wrong, and we understand they wrong, but then you mistreat them in the court system, and it make us stand behind them, even though they wrong, because they're not getting a fair trial and they're not getting the right penalty, the one that they supposed to have.
For sure. How do you feel about everyone always jokingly saying that, oh, we're gonna invite them to the barbecue, or they can come to the barbecue, and they're not particularly of our race? Do you feel like we don't stand on our own, on our own thing, what we got going on? Do you feel like we always try to invite in the next person?
I feel that's where it's gotten to today, but I got a scientific mind, so I kind of think stuff from a different angle.
For sure.
So you got to think about racialism, which is basically racialism is the divide. Saying that our species is one person is black by ethnic or by color, or we didn't invent racialism. One day the white man popped up and said, "Those are black people. Those are this people." Those, and they categorized us. So I just feel like over evolution, over time, that's where it's come to now. Yeah. So I'm not, I see some people. I got some friends that don't want nothing to do with white people.
Yeah.
And I understand that, but I also have some really good white friends.
Yes.
So I know I can't mix them together at the party, but
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. What do you do? What do you do?
Yeah. Because I just feel like at the end of the day, if a person is genuine, I don't essentially see race. But it's hard with everything that has happened to not see that first. And I just feel like we've been conditioned, not saying it is right, but we've been conditioned to see race first.
Right.
And pass judgment first. And then when you get to know somebody, you be like, oh, you really ain't that bad, or oh, you got a little season. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We'll make a little joke at that point, but we pass the judgment without knowing the person.
Right.
So
it go back to me with I heard Muhammad Ali say this. It was so funny, but it stick with me. If you see 1,000 rattlesnakes, you're not gonna say them 3 snakes, them 3 not gonna bite me.
Exactly.
But they all, you know what I'm saying? Even though it might be some snakes in there that's not paying you no attention, you're still gonna look at it as what it is. So me being from science, I understand why our skin is darker. They have whiter skin. Why Asians' eyes are more slow. It's all geographical location where people settle. So, but to take that, it's crazy because white people, if you think about the planet, we're the minority in the States, but white people is the minority on the planet. Like if you do the planet, you research the planet count, there's more people of color than it is people of non-color.
Wow.
And that's that. While being the minority on the planet, they cause the most damage.
Yeah, that is true.
They cause the most damage, and I don't hold white people today for what happened a long time ago.
And that's an interesting point.
I'll match the energy. If I see your energy is like that, or I'll match your energy in a second.
Right. But you just going in, you giving everybody a clean slate.
I'm giving everybody a clean slate.
You're still greeting someone with the high at the end of the day, no matter what.
No matter what.
Until they
give you a shake your hand until you prove to me that I shouldn't be that way. Now, I'm not going to invite you in my house, give you a blanket, you can spend the night. Exactly. I'm not going to do that. Right. But if I just, we meet, like I said, I got some white people who don't like when I say this, but I got some white friends that I would kill a black person to defend if it came to it. And I know that sounds crazy to say on Juneteenth, but if I'm out with some of my white friends with me and it was some bullshit, I'm riding with my friends.
Because here's the thing. You know that they will do the same for you in a heartbeat, and some of your own won't. They'll record. They won't call for help, or they'll stop, or be with the person who, you'll find out all of these trickling factors behind. Not saying that, the other side is better or anything like that, but when you do have a solid white friend, I can honestly say you have a solid friend. Like, they're not worried about your status, what you're wearing, your clothing.
Color don't never even come up.
Ever. And when you find you a genuine, because they always do say sometimes when the drinks get the flowing, you may get the. But when you have a solid friendship, they know you, you know them, and it's genuine. I don't think that line will be crossed.
It's never crossed.
Is involved.
It's never crossed. And I said that about a new white person that I might encounter, but I got white friends that can spend a night over my house right now.
Yeah,
that I can leave. Real. I leave when my kids were small. They'd watch my children. I watch their children.
Yeah,
our kids play together. So we match energy well, though. I can feel that energy before you almost even say something.
Yeah. Because it's all in the body language. The body language, the eyes, the demeanor, all of that paints a picture, tells a story before you even open up your mouth.
Before you even speak a word.
And that's what a lot of people don't say. They're like, oh, I didn't say it, or I was smiling, but it was like your body language. You were standoffish, or your eyes kept, rolling all up. So it's like, yeah, I may not trust you, or I may think twice about what you're saying because of how your body language was.
And then you got all these youth today, and I love it too, though. I love what y'all doing on Instagram and with the clips and stuff. I mean, some of it is so creative. But I see some of y'all doing these, it's almost like y'all doing investigative to see who's racial and who's a racist. And I seen one where they stuck a picture of a chimpanzee on the black guy back at the bus stop. A white guy did.
And he just like, it's like he was giving him a pat on the back.
On the back, right.
And it was the actual picture. I saw that.
But then when you see all the people reaction, like it was all white people behind them. They laughing.
Yeah.
But you really see, like it takes something to really see what you're dealing with. See, one thing I can respect about an old racist, they racist in your face.
They'll let you know.
That ain't no sugarcoat, nigga. What?
That is true.
This and that.
That's true.
I was buying a car in Mount Pleasant when I was in Mount Pleasant, and this guy was about 80 years old, an old white guy, clean car, GTO. He said, "Look at the top. Don't it just shine like the top of a nigger's head?" And I wanted to kill that white guy, man.
Exactly. And it's like, this is what you choose to do when you're doing business. But
I just turned around and walked away. Like, he didn't even realize what he had said to me. I just turned around and walked away.
Yeah.
But that's the life he came from. That's how he was raised. But I could respect him. Not, he not sugarcoat him.
Yeah.
That's what he was. That's who he was. Today, they're smiling in your face. It'll be the guy that work with you, work to the desk next to you at work. He get off work, you got to be careful. But like I said, we match energy well. So once we figure it out, but then you get mad. Most of them get mad and say, we playing the race card.
Yeah.
I don't know where I heard this, but I believe it. Black people can't be racist because we don't have any power. You never seen blacks only. You never seen a black person post a blacks only sign. You never seen a blacks only water fountain. You never seen a blacks only school, blacks only restaurants. You never seen black people do that. So, that's something that we learned and we went through from the other race. We can't be racist. We don't have any power to say this is a blacks only school.
Yeah. So do you feel like we can be racist to our own kind? Or do you feel like it's no such thing?
I feel like we could be bigots.
Okay.
I feel like we could be bigots, definitely. But I think to be a racist, you have to have power. You have to have some type of control over the situation to even say, who's going to allow us to say, white people can't come in here. Yeah. You got to have power to be able to do that. And for it to actually, like, it used to be a time if, you go into a restaurant that say, whites only, you get arrested.
Right. And I never looked at it from that perspective. To be a racist, you have to be in power.
You have to be in power.
Wow.
It's deep.
Because to be honest with you, when I think of a racist first, I think of them as the complete opposite. A person with no power, that has no voice, really, and that's why they have to, pick apart something that they feel like they have power in.
See, when you got to realize, too, power is in numbers as well.
That is true.
They have the numbers. That's a power in itself. So you got to think, every law that's being passed, they not passing it thinking about other races. I'm not going to just say black people.
Yeah.
It's passed thinking about white people. I'm not trying to draw a line and say they wrong for this, but it's the majority of the vote. It's the majority of the people in the states. So they like to say, what's the term they like to use? Because they say we are the most violent, we got the most arrests, and then the facts that tell you that. How can we have the most arrests for the most violent crimes and you got the numbers? Yeah. And they like to say per capita. And I understand per capita, but that's an imaginary number that you coming up with to cover the fact that y'all doing all the terrible shit. Then you turn on the news, who face you see?
That is true.
It's all by design. And I'm not blaming every white person for that, but I don't like when you don't understand or recognize that that's what's going on. You won't take accountability that that's the world we living in. See, some white people see that everything is perfect. Y'all got every opportunity, all that.
Yes, because it is real. It is real. And I used to think that everything wasn't a black and white or race thing, but more so times than not it is. And I just feel like that's what we're told, like, oh, everything ain't a race thing. Stop looking at it. It's not racist. It's not that big of a deal, but we let so much stuff go. Right. And we don't address it. We don't speak on it because we don't want to be that one always showing up pulling a race card. Right.
But sometimes you don't get mad if they say you pulled a race card and they invented that card. It wouldn't be a race card if they didn't invent it. And I hate to turn this in this type of conversation on Juneteenth because we celebrate and everything, but it's history involved too. But I just want to say this because I know Nephew want to come in here and say a couple of things. To make this a better planet, to make humanity better, we all have to work it out together. I mean, we shouldn't be paying for education. We shouldn't be paying for health care. Things that make people healthy and smarter, that's what's going to make the world a better place. We're going to go to a break. And I enjoyed talking to y'all about Juneteenth today. We're going to go to a break, and we're going to come back with Nephew from Detroit.
Nephew from Detroit, my baby. Street rap. Let's go. Got them fire bars for you, boy. My baby. Nephew. I'm breaking chickens down like a chef do. I gave you your lordship. I assimilate your whole block like a Borg ship. Oh, innocent bystanders, I didn't mean to murk you, but I was bending the corner after curfew. Whoa, I started with a half track. I flipped that. I came right back. Fuck that, I'm trying to cop the bull. Catch me on the block, catch me at the... building, my baby. We gotta hold on. You got it together, bum?
Yeah, I got it together.
All right, don't get your ass fired. You always doing something when I get on the air live, man. He hating on the black puppet on Juneteenth. Don't do it. No, welcome. I wasn't here last week, y'all. I had a little emergency situation, and I got it all taken care of. I got all my tickets paid, so the county is gonna leave me alone now. Can I get some applause for that? They make it hard for a black puppet. I swear to God, they do. Hey, Nephew from Detroit, we on Juneteenth. I'm gonna do some rounds. I'm gonna go holler at my auntie Miss Corona tonight, Guilty Simpson, and I'm gonna stop at some barbecues. I don't want no hot dogs and hamburgers. Where the ribs at? It's Juneteenth. You making ribs on the 4th of July. Y'all better be lighting some fireworks too. I just want to let y'all know I'm in the area. I might pull down on y'all, roll out the red carpet for your boy. This been Slappin' 5's, been Telling Lies, and we'll be back next Friday with some heat for y'all. Man, get it together. Let me go get this guy a pink slip. All right, everybody, we appreciate you tuning in, and we'll get on you next week. Peace. Man, go roll it up. It's time to
Say
get one.
goodnight to the bad puppy, come on. Last time you're gonna see a puppy like this again, my baby for real.
Yo, the first puppet in a pair of bucks. The first puppet getting cutty, he about to tear the city up. You need a skit or something, hit him up. Nephew from Detroit tapped in with the biggest and Neff even got a comic book. Fly enough to make your baby mama look. Oh, we got him shook. You ain't never seen a puppet in a polo. Probably at the Lions game pulling up dolo. You see his merch, he probably pissing on the logo. Or out with the ladies taking photos. Hold on, the first puppet on Kid L is overflow. Them other guys is telling lies, Pinocchio. I let my baby know it's on the flow.